Hi everybody, Patrick here from Engineering Shock Electronics, www.engineeringshock.com. This is the Arduino Epoch Learning Center Project 15, and I'm really excited about this one. This is a combination lock program. We're going to just use chip A. We're still not using chip B yet. Chip A again is right here. We're going to need the analog keypad, which we talked about in Project 14. We've used the relay a couple times already, and we're going to use the state dip switch. Now the state dip switch has 4 channels, A, B, C, and D. We're going to use channel A. And we're also using the EEPROM and a magnetic lock for this project. The Epoch doesn't come with a magnetic lock. I'm going to show you how to hook one up. So first things first, let's quickly hook this all up, and we'll get to talking about how the code works. So GPIO 2 on chip A is right here. Goes to the relay. GPIO pin 3, which is right next to it. You can't see it from where where the camera's sitting, but they're labeled on the board. We're going to set that to chip A, and we're going to set the dip switch to the on position up for state A, and that's going to allow for us to start the code off in a function where we save a code to EEPROM memory. And what else am I missing here? I'm missing the analog keypad. ADCK is right here. And I believe that goes to analog pin 3. So I've also got the LCD hooked up, and how you hook up the LCD is you turn the well, I haven't hooked it up yet. LCD-P needs to be turned to on, LCD power, and all of the quick connect dip switch LCD dip switches need to be turned to the on position, and this connects GPIO 4 through GPIO 9 on chip A to the LCD. So it's just a quick connect. We can't use those GPIO pins while the LCD is being used, but we basically just connect all those pins through this dip switch to chip A. So I'm going to upload the code, and I'll power it on. Power it up. Enter new combo. So because we're in the on state, the state input is seeing 5 volts high. We can now enter in a new combination. So let's just enter in a code of 9988. That is now saved to EEPROM memory. So now I can enter in my combination and it'll do its thing, but I want to show you that it's now saved. I'm going to set dip switch channel A off, low, 0 volts, and I'll power it up, and it'll just say enter combo. So any incorrect combination. Incorrect combo. Nice try, Dink. But if I try 9988, the relay turns on for 10 seconds and then turns off. So, great. We turned the relay on. What can we do with that? Well, we've talked about it before. Hopefully you've been watching the videos and reading the code samples so far. The relay is a high-powered on-off switch, just like a light switch in your kitchen, only it's isolated from the electronics that is controlling it. So we energize an electromagnetic coil in the relay, and that pulls 2 contacts together. We've got 3 pins: the common pin, CO, the normally closed pin, NC, and normally open pin, NO. So by default, the common pin, CO, and NC are connected to each other. When the relay turns on, CO disconnects from NC and connects to NO. And while the relay is on, it will stay that way. And then when the relay turns off, CO disconnects from NO and reconnects to NC. So now what I'm going to do is I've got an electromagnetic lock right here, and it is connected to a power supply. The only thing is I've severed the ground line, so there's no complete circuit here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to connect both of those wires. It doesn't matter which goes to which. One of them goes to common, one of them goes to NC, which means that because when the relay is off, those 2 will be connected together internal to the relay. When the relay turns on, it will disconnect those 2 wires and turn the electromagnetic lock off. So let me make those connections right now. So the NO channel is open. I've got nothing connected to it. I've got one wire connected to the CO and the other to NC. Okay, so right now the magnetic lock is off, the Epoch is off. I'm going to plug in the power supply to the mag lock, and because of the configuration with the relay, it's on. Obviously the Epoch isn't on. I'm going to turn the Epoch on, and I'm going to enter in the correct combination, which is 9988. And after 10 seconds, it will re-energize and wait. So we could even potentially add in, a siren if we wanted to. There's a siren soundbite with the little buddy talker, but I don't want to overcomplicate the software, the program. I don't want to overcomplicate it. It should be easy enough to follow. I mean, if you've been following to this point, especially with all the commenting, I try to be as diligent as possible with the commenting, so you should be able to follow along with what I'm doing. And the great thing about software, about writing programs, is that no two programs are the same. There's 100 different ways to achieve the same goals. So experiment with it. Play around with the code. Just try to understand how the EEPROM read and EEPROM write commands work. It's a the EEPROM is a wonderful, wonderful thing to have and play with. And I'm really starting to get excited about the future projects for the Epoch. I know that most of them are pretty simple right now, and I'm going to continue to have simple ones until we've covered all of the electronic blocks. But we haven't covered all of the electronic blocks yet. We've only covered a few. We've covered maybe half, maybe not even half. Still a long way to go until we can really delve into some crazy programs. But I really hope you enjoyed this one. If you want to do this specific project in the future, again, all you need is an electromagnetic lock. You can get them from Amazon. You need a 12-volt, 2-amp power supply, and you cut the ground wires or the power wires, whichever you want. It doesn't matter. But you leave one intact, and you just use a relay to switch power on and off with it. So thanks for watching, everyone. Check out the code. It'll be available to everybody until this campaign ends. And just have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support. Check out the Kickstarter link below.